y'all. Hey, this is Spin Fire, and this is some good, juicy news. Well, Steve Harvey, head of security, Ernesto Williams, found themselves in a situation. And right here is a picture of Ernesto, okay? He's Steve Harvey, head of security, and Steve Harvey is alleged to have hooked him up with his co-host, Shirley Strawberry, of the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Now, Shirley and Ernesto got hitched, okay? They did get hitched and everything. And Shirley Strawberry said some ill things about R. Kelly on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, and so did Steve Harvey. I bet you less than a year later, they never thought that they would be in this situation. And this is the Karma Train. Let y'all take a listen to what they said about R. Kelly.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In Chicago, the federal trial of R. Kelly got started on Monday. Kelly sat in court and watched the long, drawn-out process of jury selection. The judge quizzed more than 60 potential jurors about what they know about R. Kelly, and in this case of child pornography, plus obstruction of justice. The judge denied the defense's request to bar any juror that watched Lifetime's docuseries Surviving R. Kelly. The judge dismissed half the panel. Many of them admitted to seeing the series and believing they could not be unbiased. Prosecutors and defense attorneys will get their shot today and narrow the field even further. So there you go.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that they've seen the series or
They
not.
have to import some jurors. They have to import them.
How many more trials he got?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
God, no.
As many as it takes.
Man,
Yes, a lot of victims, Thomas.
it's a tragedy
Yeah.
on all levels.
Yeah.
Because this guy, man, could have had a great life.
Mm-hmm.
The choices he made.
And man, he chose to go the other way
Chose evil.
and participate in some things and pull off some things. Man, I mean, when you got acquitted the first time, go sit your ass down somewhere. But I don't understand. Me personally, I'm sorry. I don't get it at all. All these beautiful grown women walking around here. I'm talking about good and grown.
Yeah.
Conversation, talking.
Single.
Yeah. See, problem is with grown women, they talk back. That's the problem right there. If they have
can
opinions.
read.
Yeah. What'd you say, Shirley?
I said, and they can read. And they can read because
Well,
Huh?
you've never thrown a rock that big before.
But I'm just saying,
You just
it's the
shot
truth.
all the windows out.
As she should.
And I meant every word. Every
Yes,
word.
And they can read. Lord, how much? What the hell happened? I don't know.
I meant that.
Shirley went by.
I meant it.
High five, Shirley Strawberry, as you should.
We was talking about grown women and opinions.
Yeah, I went there.
Yes.
Strong ass opinion. Well, guess we'll move on to the next story. Bye.
All right, here we go. We all know that Swiss Beats and Tip.
Now, you know what? Now, the Steve Harvey Morning Show, I bet you in a million years they never thought they'd be in a situation where their own would be in this type of trouble. Less than a year after they made that comment. Now, Ernesto had a hearing on Zoom. Let's take a listen to that hearing right here.
We consider this person to be a flight risk. We have jail calls where he's talking about going to see his girlfriend in Florida, multiple times actually. We have a call where he was talking with his wife about going to stay in her boss's house. I'm going to leave out all the names here, as Mr. Lewis did as well, about her boss's house in Abu Dhabi, which is, of course, quite far away from here.
He's considered dangerous. There are several pending warrants that will be coming out that, based on their content alone, there's a great likelihood that he's someone who would commit further felonies. Furthermore, without mentioning the facts of the case in front of us, children were involved.
355 days without indictment, 23 CP 215407. I'm assuming you want me to waive, Mr. Lewis?
Sure.
All right. I can say it if you want me to, or do you want me to waive?
I don't think Ms. Williams cares. But, wait, Judge.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 other felonies on there that have to do with nudity, let's say. No bond as of January the 13th, 2023. Free.
This last case that came about involves, if my understanding is correct, and I don't know because I haven't received discovery on it since it hasn't been indicted, a single photograph that was found on a computer that the prosecution, well, not even the prosecution at this point, I guess it's still the police because it's not indicted or accused, claimed was my client's, and that he was in possession of either the computer or the photograph that's on there. My client has never been accused of anything involving nudity or anything else with children. On one of the bonds, I believe that you signed, Judge, you tell him he can't be with his wife. I'm going to ask that you...
Is that Melody Scretchen?
No, it's the other lady, the SS lady.
Oh, Strawberry.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, let him be with his wife before we end up having a divorce matter in Fulton County.
You have to turn over your passport to Mr. Lewis. No further contact with anyone under the age of 18. No social media. No internet access. Surrender your passport, like I said, and you cannot leave Fulton County. Internet access and or animals. I've got animals. No contact with any animals of any kind.
Okay, no animals. Gotcha.
All right. Thank you much, Mr. Lewis.
Okay, so him trying to get to Abu Dhabi, that has been denied because they are going to make him surrender his passport. But who have a house in Abu Dhabi? Yep, Steve Harvey. And it seems that they omitted that name because, well, you know, Steve Harvey don't want to be associated with this. But behind the scenes, he's definitely trying to help Ernesto Williams. And it's been on record that Shirley Williams wrote the judge for her husband to be in her custody. All right, she wanted her husband in her custody, in spite of the judge saying that he cannot be around her daughter or her grandchild, or any animals or children under the age of 18. I find that to be interesting that a woman who said and believed that R. Kelly was guilty will stand by her man, okay? Will stand by her man in light of, and he can't even be around her own child and grandchild. That makes women who support this women's lib hypocrites. That is strictly hypocrite. I've often said on these YouTube streets, it could be your son. It could be your loved one. It could be your uncle, your friend. That's a man. But when it's her man, she stood by him. The same thing as Lisa Borders. I think that this women's lib is crumbling down. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Karma Train as R. Kelly stopped to pick up Steve Harvey, Shirley Williams. Oh, well, not Ernesto, because he ain't said shit. At least I don't know he did. Fire out.